It's Galate here, and the weather is not so nice today, but nearby the sea I want to talk about the climate, because even if we are acting a lot, working a lot, in our field, in our business, we need to have a look in the future to the evolution of the climate. So I am a futurist, I am helping entrepreneurs to grow their business, giving them a clear forecast about their future in their business, and like this to multiply by 10 their actions, their business, their turnover, and also to have 10 years advance on the competitors. I'm French, I am improving my English every day, also making this video, because I have more and more English spoken entrepreneurs that are contacting me. So about the global warming, the thing I want to say, when you are an entrepreneur, you have the reflex, you have the habit to wonder something when everybody is going in one direction. If you have all the media, all the person worldwide saying there is a global warming, you can understand that perhaps there is something wrong with it. So to be very direct, I want to say that taking in account my analysis, because I am doing my futurist forecast, doing data analysis, then having a strong connection with my intuition and with the divine, and in synthesis my third pillar is really to focus on simplicity and coherence. And so I will not give you all the scientific fact, but I can tell you that the global warming is a lie. In fact, you know, in business, when you want to sell something at a higher price, when you want to secure your market, you need to have scarcity. For example, in the luxury market, it's difficult to buy some kind of car, you have a waiting list, and so the car is more expensive. With the petroleum, I will make, if you give me in a comment your agreement, in the petroleum we are still waiting for the peak, you know, the peak when we will lack petroleum, but we are waiting since years, and this maintains the price of the petroleum very high. For the weather, for the climate, this is the same. The season, the weather, the sun, the air, all this is something free given to all of us on Earth. And so if you want to increase this value, if you want to create a worldwide tax, the best way to do that is to make it rare. So perhaps you start to understand, and you know that about taxes, it's not possible now to tax more the revenue. It's not possible without big social fight. It's not possible to tax more what we call the legacy. Also, you can have an escape of capital. So what is available to be taxed very easily? It's the carbon, for example. But I don't want to do political here. I just want to open up your eyes on another option. On perhaps you don't believe me. I don't need you to believe me. I just want you to open the eyes on another possibility. Secondly, I want to, you know, my second pillar is intuition, and so I first start to study all the data about global warming and realizing that this is not correct, and then I ask confirmation, and I was doing it's not an early death experience, this is the opposite. In French we call it a SIAM, but it's based on the work of an American doctors. I will, in the description, I will put you the book. It's a communication after death. And when I was doing that twice. In another video I will try to describe this in English, but this will be a big thing for me, so I need to prepare it, and also if it's interesting for you. But coming back to my SIAM, and I ask confirmation about my question, because all this is very telepathic in that kind of experience. I was asking about the ecologic power. Is Earth strong enough to recover from everything? And I was not, because I was asking the question on basis of my fears, but I get that answer. And it will be too long to describe you all the detail in this video because it's about the climate. But after having analyzed all the data saying me that the global warming is fails, and this is only a way to create a worldwide tax, new tax, I add the confirmation for the divine. And then my third pillar is simplicity. And you know that always we were having big cycle about the weather, a big cycle of warming, big cycle in the opposite way with temperature going down and with even a very strong winter. And from my analysis, from my data, from my intuition, I can say you that this year, 2019, is one of the last year with a lot of season, bizarre season. With this summer can be very hot in Europe, and we can have rain, but very strong rain. We can have tornado. I cannot describe for all the world here, but since that in 2020 we will have a very much more stable weather with a real winter, with a very cold winter. So if your business is linked to winter, or to if you are selling a big jacket for the winter, it's something important you need to know, because we are starting to a cycle when the temperature will not go warmer but cooler. I don't know if it's correct, so pardon me if it's not correct. So I think this is a lot of information for you yet about the weather, and it's important in your business to not be anxious about this global warming. Yes, you can invest, but you need to, like me, have the good information, to share the good information, and to act with more impact like that. If you are not yet convinced, but I don't want to convince you, I just want to put you on a boat, and on this boat go to your future. For example, if we take in account the dinosaur story, this is some kind of same thing. There is only 4 to 5 scientists that were discovering all the bones of dinosaur. Dino, I am not sure in English, I'm sorry. And all of them discovered all this in the 50, between the 50 and the 60. And you just can wonder yourself, why did not Napoleon was having a skeleton of a dinosaur or eggs of dinosaur? Why the Egyptian never talk about dino? Why Jules Caesar or the Roman Empire never spoke about dinosaur? Why the Indian in South America never even let something about this? And when you start to think that way, you start to open up window on the future. When you open clear window on the past, you open clear window on the future. I think this is enough for one video. For my English is much enough. If you like it, please say it, comment, ask me question in the comment, and also give me your request for the next video, the next topic you want me to talk about, giving you information about your future and about the future. And I need to say bye-bye and see you next time. Bye. Oh, you are still there. thank you. So perhaps you are an entrepreneur and you are creating a big thing for the future. So you can contact me. I put my contact info in the description of the video. We could exchange 15 minutes on phone, for example. And you know, as I have a lot of information, much more than about talking, but you too, we will know very quickly if we can work together to co-create a very desirable future and to give you this advance on your impact to do great things. Bye bye.